Championship Saturday here in Brunswick. 4 teams remain, 3 games left, 1 trophy on the line. Game 1 brings us the number 1 seed Stark County Terriers taking on the number 5 seed Mountaineer Lumber Company. Game 2, a little bit after this, will be the B2 Bulls, the 3 seed versus the 2 seed and hosts Premier Ohio. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning as we bring you the 1 versus 5 game here first. It's going to be an exciting game between Green and Forest Green. The green team on the bump right now is Stark County, and about to bat is the Forest Green Mountaineer Lumber Company. 3 of these teams that are in the Final Four made the playoffs and made the Final Four last year. The newcomer is the team that's about to go and bat, the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The team based out of Richfield looks to make some noise in the playoffs and knock off the favorites to win the whole thing, the Stark County Terriers, who made it to the championship game last year but fell late on in the game to the B2 Bulls, who we'll see around 145. On the mound for the 1 seed is Griffin Ailes, the rising junior at Ashland. He'll be tasked with taking down Luke Ikes, Rico, Levak, and Ryan Shimek to get the game underway. First pitch incoming, and we are underway with a pop-up to the left side. Getting under it for is Collins. He makes the grab. It's 1 pitch and 1 out for the Stark County defense. Getting a quick start in this game, whether it be offensively or defensively, will be paramount to success. Leaving things late in this game would not benefit either team. Each time that these teams have done battle this year, there have been close games, 1-run games, 2-run games, 3-run games. Every run, every mistake, every little thing is going to matter in this ball game. Whichever team commits less errors will most likely be the winner and the team that will be playing at 4:30 for the championship. Ailes misses upstairs on that delivery. That evens it up 1-1 on Rico Levak, the third baseman, the rising senior at Walsh, went to Revere High School, one of 5 alums playing for their old high school coach. The pitch from Ailes. Smacked into left field and caught. Nice job over and left by Himes to get underneath it. It's 2 up, 2 down. Now up steps Ryan Shimek, the shortstop for the Lumber Company. With 2 away, he looks to spark the offense. The rising junior at Ashland also went to Revere High School, batted .529 with 18 RBIs, 16 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run, and 30 runs and 16 bags stolen on top of it in 2023. And this past year played a little bit less, but still batted .340 with 14 RBIs, 5 doubles, 2 homers more importantly, 11 runs, and 1 stolen bag in 31 games, 9 of them being starts. He's looked really well. He looked really good for the Eagles thus far of Ashland, and back in his last year of high school, I believe he batted .388. So these last couple of years, he has been very consistent at the sticks. In the on-deck circle after Shimek is the designated hitter, Bryce Holt. As of right now, it's the dream start for Stark County. 2 outs off immediately. That pitch runs inside and clips the corner. Ailes looking to get out of this inning 1-2-3 and give Stark County the defensive boost. The pitch. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut. First K of the game recorded by Ailes, retires the side. The Lumber Company goes in order. Middle of 1 in Brunswick. 0-0 is your score with Stark County up to bat when we return. Bottom of the first inning here in Brunswick. 0-0 is your score. The Lumber Company went in order, and now it's Stark County's turns for their first ups of the ball game with Josh DeZenzo, Caleb Collins, and John Simek due up to hit for the 1 seed. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. On the mound for the Lumber Company, Andrew Hendricks, the transfer from Kent State to Butler University, played his high school ball in Cuyahoga Falls with the Royals of CVCA, had an impressive career for them. He looks to have a good outing today against the 1 seed. First pitch misses just upstairs. The shortstop not happy with that one. It looked pretty good, but maybe just a little bit upstairs. Here comes the 1-0 delivery from Hendricks. Swing and a miss. That will even it up at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 from Hendricks. Misses upstairs in a similar spot, makes it now a 2-1 count. DeZenzo, the rising junior at Washington and Jefferson College, went to Marlington High School out in Alliance. Batted .455 with 22 RBIs, 9 doubles, 1 triple, 6 home runs, 20 runs scored, and 3 stolen bags in 24 games, 20 of which were starts in 2024. Played pretty well as a sophomore. He looks to have a great junior year to back it up. The pitch. Misses upstairs. Full count 3-2. Hendricks trying not to lose the leadoff batter. The pitch. Misses up and out. It's a leadoff walk for Josh DeZenzo, the designated hitter. Stark County has some life on the base path. And now up steps Caleb Collins, the third baseman. Good start defensively and a solid start at the sticks. You get your leadoff man aboard. Now you can make something happen on the base path and as well in the box. Lined right up the middle to second base. Clips off the bag and clips off the second baseman's glove. Everyone's safe all the way around. Collins pinpointed the center of the infield and an error was forced. Just clipped off of McGeorge's glove. Plenty of awkward bounces pregame. The grass going into the dirt at Brunswick has always had a nasty hop for defenders. There's just another example of it there, taking a victim. Now up steps John Simek, 2 runners on, none away, a prime opportunity to get Stark County on the board or at a bare minimum advance the runners. Hendricks checks and delivers. Swing and a miss, brings the high heat inside and gets Simek to swing through. An excellent delivery and an excellent spot from Hendricks. Maybe now is where you see him go to that outside corner. The 1-0. He does. Misses low. A nice block behind the dish from Trevisano. We'll take this opportunity as well to set the defense for the Lumber Company. On the bump is Hendricks behind the dish, Trevisano. Zimmerman over at first, McGeorge at second. Shemek over at short, Levak at third, Hartman, Ikes, and Keating from left to right in the outfield. The pitch from Hendricks. Misses well upstairs. After Simek, Benny Himes, the left fielder, will be due up next. The Lumber Company looking to avoid loading the bases with 3 batters. Hendricks will take his time and deliver. Grounded and blocked. So now Hendricks really needs to get a strike here or force some contact. A double play ball would be very beneficial for the 5 seed. I mentioned it in the top of the first. Every little thing will play an impact in this game. And that might be a big impact as the bases have been loaded. 2 walks and an error thus far from Hendricks. And now up steps the 4-hitter, Benny Himes, but time will be called for a mound visit. Probably a good use of the mound visit as we will have some action in the bullpen for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Our day is just getting started here in Brunswick. After this, at around 1:45 p.m., the 3-seed B2 Bulls will take on the 2-seed Premier Ohio with a chance to go to the WRCL Championship game. That will begin at around 4:30 p.m. The rule of thumb for today is the moment that the teams clear out of the dugouts and the game goes final, The next game will start 30 minutes after that. It'll be a 30-minute clock. So say this game ends at 1:40, everyone's out of the dugout at 1:40. We would then start game 2 a little bit late at 2:10. You can do any time, add 30 minutes. That's the time that we'll start the next game. But now with the bases loaded, Benny Himes, it's a big chance to blow the game open early. Fouled away to the backstop. His dugout liking the approach. It's a 0-1 count. Himes went to Jackson High School, batted .307, 47 RBIs, 10 doubles, 1 triple, 10 homers, 42 runs, and 3 stolen bags in 50 games, all of which were starts this past year. You look at those RBIs and you look at those home runs. He's done it many times. It's not like he has 1 home run, 1 RBI. He has double figures in both. Combine them together, it would be a great start to life for Stark County. As for the Lumber Company, they're looking for something that has 2 in the middle of the play, whether it be a 1-2, 6-2, 4-2, whoever gets the ball to 2 at home, and then back to 3, which is first. That's what they're looking for at this point. They just need to get the lead runner and keep it a tie ball game. Nice job from Hendricks to paint the inside corner. The trend we're starting to notice here is the inside corner is extremely favored. Maybe you attack it again here on the 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes outside. Himes misses it. That's the first K of the ball game from Hendricks, and it's a necessary out, number 1. An excellent job from Hendricks to bounce back. It was a rough start to life on the mound. He settled in after the mound visit, and now a double play would get the Lumber Company out of the inning. And now up steps the lefty catcher, Nathan Grega. With the bases loaded, this is a prime opportunity to make something happen, and he, a rising senior at Mount Union, looks to have an impressive end to his summer to keep it fresh in the mind of the coaches over in Alliance, as it's a pretty open competition for starting roles this upcoming year. A lot of talent leaving Alliance, unfortunately. A lot of their best ever players graduating or the grad students officially done. You name it. A lot of openings. Grega in a prime spot to get one of them, especially if he can end this summer strong. He has today to make something happen, and he also has next week at the NABF. The pitch from Hendricks. Thought about it, but left it upstairs. So low and inside is the prime spot to find. That's what we're seeing as a trend here through 4 batters complete for Stark County, 3 complete for Lumber Company, so on the 8th batter. Cut there. He tried holding back, but not able to do so. Now a 3-1 count in the on-deck circle after Grega is Luke Sempton, the first baseman. Hendricks needs a strike. The pitch. Misses low. It's an RBI walk for Nathan Grega to open the scoring for the 1 seed as Stark County leads it 1-0. Time has been called just for a player to get off the field, but wouldn't be surprised to see a pitching change in the next couple of minutes unless Hendricks can find his way out of the first. It's a tough spot to be in if you're the Lumber Company. You have another game after this. If you win, you have your rotation set. You do not want to interrupt the flow too early in the game. But at the same time, you don't want this game to get too out of hand and make it to where you're playing from 6-7 runs down. Sempton, the first baseman, same opportunity that Grega had, just has a run behind him if he is unable to convert. As for the Lumber Company, they'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the second inning. Sempton, a rising sophomore at Findlay, played his high school ball at Glen Oak. The pitch. Left it upstairs, a good miss from Hendricks. This past year, Sempton batted .282 with 14 RBIs, 4 doubles, scored 18 times, and stole 4 bags in 32 games, 21 of which were starts. Strike called there on the outside corner from Hendricks. Out number 2 is pivotal to come at the plate. The pitch. Breaking ball dips in. It's 2 Ks in a row from Hendricks as he seemingly has settled in for out number 2. Another good bounce back from Hendricks. He had the walk to Grega just minutes ago, which opened the scoring, but 2 Ks and 3 batters. He is now 1 out away from getting out of the ugly jam early in the game. First pitch dips on in once again. An excellent delivery from Hendricks. He's starting to feel himself in the game. It's a 0-1 count. Hendricks deals immediately again. The same pitch with the same result, this time just on the swing. If I was a betting man, we're seeing the same pitch here once again. It's an 0-2 count on Stolt, the center fielder. Hendricks shakes off the first, goes with the second. The 0-2, swing and a miss, goes right back to it. 3 Ks and 4 batters gets Hendricks out of the jam, but not before 1 run can score courtesy of an RBI walk from Nathan Grega. End of 1 in Brunswick. It's the 1 seed, Stark County, up 1-0. Four, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the top of the second inning for the Mountaineer Lumber Company, who finds themselves down 1-0 against the Stark County Terriers in the 2024 WRCL semifinals. It's been a good game thus far for Stark County. The Lumber Company on defense started to settle in. Andrew Hendricks retired 3 of the last 4 batters he faced, courtesy of a strikeout. But in the end, Stark County, the team happier with the first inning, up 1-0. That ball cranked by Holt into the Stark County dugout. Or, correction, the bullpen. Holt, the designated hitter, another alum of Revere High School, one of their best ever players, played his last year in 2019, has impressed since then as well in the OAC. Currently plays his ball as a grad student at John Carroll, but transferred in from BW after 2022, has a number of honors, and has played 78 games, all starts, for John Carroll. This time he pops it to the left side and just misses his own bullpen. But as you can tell from the first couple of batters, a lot of Revere alum on this team. There's a reason they play at Revere High School. There's a reason why that culture kind of promotes from within. It's the first year this team exists, and in a couple of years, looking at Revere's roster, they'll have a couple more solid guys to bring up from the high school team. The pitch runs inside. Ale so far 1 K and then 2 forced outs, 1 by his third baseman and 1 by his left fielder. The pitch. Misses outside, tries to clip the corner but can't. Now it'll be a full count, 3-2. It is vital that Holt can get on as the leadoff hitter. The payoff pitch misses upstairs. It's a leadoff walk for Bryce Holt, who matches the efforts of Josh DeZenzo in the the bottom of the first. So now up steps Aaron Keating, the right fielder. The tying run stands at first base. It doesn't need to all come on one swing. If they can move Holt around the bases, even if he steals a bag, it would help the Lumber Company get into a position where they can easily score the runner and tie the game up. The pitch goes to the corner but just misses. Keating, a rising sophomore at Mercyhurst, played his high school ball at Wadsworth and his first college career hit came on March 30th, 2024 at Slippery Rock. That time it's caught by Sempton on a pop over at first, one down. Now up steps Dom Trivisano, the catcher for the Lumber Company. Same task as Keating, move the runner along. Trivisano, the rising freshman at JCU, went to Aurora High School in this past year, batted .387 with 20 RBIs, 9 doubles, and 1 triple. This time he lines it into left field for a one-out single, which now puts Bryce Holt in scoring position. He does his job that he was asked to do, and now will be granted a courtesy runner. This is the way that the Lumber Company wants to play. They're more content with 2 runners on, 1 away. Yes, there's a double play that could potentially be forced, but this is a good opportunity for them to make something happen. They have a runner in scoring position. A pass ball puts 2 in scoring position. Let's see what they can do. First pitch looked at down the pipe. It is Matt McGeorge in the box for the Lumber Company. The rising sophomore at Mercyhurst played his high school ball at Massillon. 2-time All-County, 2-time All-District, and a 1-time All-State honorable mention in high school for the Tigers. After Matt George, Zach Zimmerman, the first baseman, would be due up next for the 5 seed. Ailes will set, checking on Holt. The pitch. Goes the outside corner, but just doesn't get it. A couple of close calls on the outside thus far. Sempton not trying to hold the runner on at first. A little bit of holding over at second base. Broom moving over. The pitch. Runs inside. Did he go? No, he did not. Definitely agree with the call that he didn't go, but you always have to check the appeal. Even if you, as a catcher or behind the dish umpire, think he didn't go, get a second opinion. Ailes will come set and deliver. Fouled away into the netting. That's an example of a swing with the whole purpose of it being see another pitch. In a count with 2 strikes, you just need to get yourself to the point where you can see another pitch, potentially one you have a better chance of hitting. If you don't like a breaking ball, put a piece on it. Wait fastball. Ailes goes again, misses outside. Makes it now a full count, 3-2. Stark County trying to avoid being put in a situation that they were in offensively in the bottom of the first. It's a pivotal pitch, either 2 away or the bases will be loaded or something else happens. The payoff pitch is in the zone for strike 3. An excellent pitch from Ailes as he goes low but just paints the bottom for out number 2. He now has 2 Ks on the afternoon. That low pitch was in the perfect location for a batter to look at. That's one of those pitches when you're told to protect that you most likely don't swing at. Maybe benefited by a slight frame from Grega. But as long as out number 2 is recorded, Stark County really doesn't care how it comes, whether it be on the strikeout, on a swing, on a perfect pitch down the middle, or on one that was gifted to them. They have 2 outs. They will work with it. Now up steps Zach Zimmerman, the first baseman for the Lumber Company, still has Holt in scoring position. The pitch. Runs inside the wind, potentially taking that ball a little bit too. From what we've seen the last couple of weeks, Brunswick High School's baseball field is essentially a wind tunnel. Plenty of wind whipping through. It makes it tough to play here, especially when it's cloudy. Add the rain onto it, it becomes probably the toughest atmosphere to play on in all the GCC. It's skied over to left center field and caught. Laird does a nice job to go into the outfield and save a couple runs from scoring. Middle of 2 in Brunswick. Stark County still leads it 1-0. bottom of the second inning here at Brunswick High School in the 2024 WRCL semifinals as Stark County takes on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. As of right now, it's the 1 seed up 1-0 courtesy of an RBI walk from the catcher Nathan Grega. And now Stark County will send Laird, Kelliker, and Broom, the bottom three in their lineup, to the sticks this inning to try and increase their lead. Hendricks will stay on the mound for the visitors. First pitch is grounded. It's a 1-0 count. Hendricks struggled to settle in the bottom of the first, went walk, error, walk, and then struck out Himes, then proceeded to walk Rega, but in the end was able to put 2 Ks together and retire the side. Now a 2-0 count. Both pitches missing low. When 2 pitches miss like that in the dirt, potentially it could be a footing thing. We'll see how Hendricks replies on the 2-0. He finds the bottom of the zone, but looking at the way he follows through, that might be the issue. It looks like he almost stumbles off. The 2-1. There it is. You can see he's falling off to the left side, our right, and that's where the ball's going. We'll see if he does it again here on the 3-1. He does, but misses inside. It's a leadoff walk for Alex Laird. Laird, an impressive story, was looking to be a starter for Bowling Green this past year as a freshman. Had 1 hit against Ball State and then got injured, ruling him out for the rest of the year. He is in search of redemption this upcoming year and has played really well so far this summer. If he can play like this through fall ball and winter ball, he has a good chance to be a starter for the MAC outfit. And now up steps Nolan Kelliker, the right fielder for Stark County. Kelliker will be a rising junior at BW. Played his high school ball at Dover, so maybe around an hour 15 south of here. Runner goes, the pitch. Down the pipe, the throwdown from Trevisano is not in time. It's a stolen bag for Alex Laird. An excellent jump over at first base. Had a good couple steps on Trevisano behind the dish. It gives him second base. And now he stands in scoring position. Can Stark County complete the team baseball and get a run on the board now? Good get right pitch there from Hendricks as he goes inside. Stolen bags, base hits, all of it is great. But if it doesn't result in runs on the board, there is no purpose for it. Last inning, Stark County did well to score, but left plenty stranded. This inning, they're going to need to score at least 1. They don't need to score 1 for the sake of they're down. They need to score 1 for the sake of keeping the pressure on. If Stark County lets up, that is when the Lumber Company will come back and put a couple runs on the board. That is what they've done well all year. The pitch. Fouled away to the left side. After Kelliker, Braden Broom, the second baseman, would be due up next for Stark County. And then we go back to the top of the lineup with Josh DeZenzo. So now a 2-2 count on the lefty. Hendricks in search of out number 1 and his 4th K of the afternoon. The pitch. Chopped foul this time to the right side near his own dugout. And once again, action will be had in the bullpen of Stark County, as I believe they sent out Matt Moore, the grad student at Wittenberg, to go and warm up once again. A lot of rotation in this league. Potentially we'll see him as early as the 4th unless things go to plan for Stark County. Hendricks will deal again. Get strike 3. There it is. There's strike 3 called. It was a little subtle, and then the call was made. It was a drop third technically, and then the tag was there. Nonetheless, the 4th K of the ball game for Hendricks is good enough for out number 1. An excellent pitch on the outside corner from Hendricks. It fooled the batter and even in a way fooled the catcher. And now up steps Braden Broom, the second baseman for Stark County, the rising junior at BW. Went to Glen Oak High School and this past year played in 5 games, batting .250, 1 for 4. He'll look to get a larger role for the Yellow Jackets this upcoming spring in 2025. Laird Laird still awaits in scoring position with one away. He's thought about stealing third a couple of times. He stuttered a couple times, and now time's called in the box. Shemek and McGeorge trying to keep him honest in the middle infield. It's more Shemek over at shortstop keeping him close, as right now you can see on your screen he's standing almost in line with the runner at second. Now he takes off an excellent lead. It's a hit by pitch. Unfortunate he has to go back. That was a beautiful jump from Alex Laird. Broom gets the hard 90. It's 2 runners on with 1 away, and I feel that Broom, for the fact that he got hit, and the Stark County Terriers, for the fact of base running, would have wished he was not hit. I don't think Laird will get nearly as good of a jump as he did just there. He was almost halfway there before Hendricks came set and delivered. He's trying it again. I'm surprised we still haven't seen a throwback from Hendricks back to second base. Just to keep him honest, even if it's off the bag, you have to make sure he doesn't get too much of a jump. If he goes to third base, he's going to take off again. It's inside. The throw from Trevisano is high. Another good jump from Laird puts runners at the corners now with 1 away. Wasn't as good of a jump as he had last time, but it was still a pretty good jump. So now do we see the runner over at first base take off? The pitch from Hendricks. He gets a good secondary. Doesn't get the call at the plate. So now a 2-1 count on DeZenzo. Caleb Collins, the third baseman, awaits in the on-deck circle for Stark County. Runner goes from first. The pitch. The throwdown from Trevisano misses wide to the left, and it's just scooped up by Shemek over at short. The third stolen bag of the inning for Stark County. So now this opportunity becomes even more vital for Stark County. They need to make something happen. You have 2 runners in scoring position once again. If you can make this a 3-0 ball game, that would be a successful inning. Hendricks goes again. Breaking ball right down the pipe. The dip on the changeup has been excellent today. That has been his best pitch by far. But at the same time, you can't throw it every pitch because it's inevitable that a batter will time it up. Tries it once again, but misses up and in. It is a 1-out walk for DeZenzo, his second of the game, which loads the bases for the second inning in a row. Coach Cottrell will go to the bullpen and take a look at his pitcher to see how much more has warmed up. He appears to be good, so this might be the last batter that Hendricks will face. Good block behind the dish from Trevisano. It's a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat on Caleb Collins. Collins, his first time up, reached via an error from McGeorge over at second base. The pitch. Hits him. The second hard 90 of the inning gives Stark County a 2-0 lead. This time around, I believe Stark County will take the hit by pitch. And it appears that time will be called, and Andrew Hendricks' day on the bump will be done. He will exit the ball game with 3 Ks and the bases loaded behind him. If my number looking is correct, it appears that number 42, Matt Moore, will be coming on to pitch when we return. It's 2-0 Stark County in the 2024 WRCL semifinals, live here on the WRCL YouTube channel. Matt Moore now on to pitch for the Lumber Company, who finds himself down 2-0 with the bases loaded behind them in the bottom of the second inning against the Stark County Terriers in the 2024 WRCL semifinals. Moore will be a grad student at Wittenberg, went to Wadsworth High School, batted .342 with 45 RBIs, 4 doubles, 3 homers, 26 runs in 41 games this past year. First pitch is a strike to Simek, the additional hitter. 0-1 count to begin this at-bat. Simek had a great outing against Force, Ohio on July 11th in the anniversary game for Stark County. He was the catalyst for their 10-5 win over Force. That time he fouls it away over into the dirt pile in between the baseball and softball field. Simek will be a sophomore at St. Xavier. Went to Walsh Jesuit, batted .311 with 26 RBIs, 8 doubles, 4 triples, 4 home runs, 19 runs scored, and 1 stolen bag in 33 games this past year, 31 of which were starts. A couple guys in this league will be rising sophomores, but had plenty of playing time as freshmen in college, which isn't easy to do. A lot of these kids going in with a lot of kids in the same spot as them, going for the same position, and on top of that, you also have guys from the class before and the class before that, so on and so forth. Nice block from Trevisano. He keeps it close and within the circle, and that prevents any damage as the runner over at third base in Broome will stay put. After Simek, Benny Himes, the left fielder, would be due up next for Stark County. The Lumber Company needs to get a double play, or at least needs to prevent another run from scoring. The runner will stay put. Another nice block from Trevisano. He's had himself a solid game behind the dish in regards to blocking. Moore just needs to keep his composure and not lose the batter. The pitch pops up and out of play once again. A lot of foul contact in this at-bat. It's been a good battle from Simek. To get in the head of a pitcher early is a great thing for a hitter. This is the first batter that Moore is facing, and he's had to work a little bit of overtime to try and attempt to get out number 2, or at a minimum, prevent a run from scoring. The pitch popped up once again and foul. The duel will continue, but definitely not the at-bat that Moore would have wanted coming out of the bullpen. A lot of pitchers throw 30-40 from the bullpen. He has to be nearing 10. As for the Lumber Company in the next inning, Hartman, Lawrence, and Ikes would be due up. The pitch. Swing and a miss, finally wins the war as Moore strikes out the first batter he faces for out number 2. That might be one of the best at-bats of the game. It was a great battle, a lot of foul balls. Went inside. Simek knew it was going to be a strike. He had a swing, couldn't connect. Moore found the sweet spot and got a pivotal out number 2 with the bases still juiced behind him. Now up steps Benny Himes. Perfect breaking ball, just dips in. 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Himes. Himes, his last time up, struck out swinging, looking to avoid a repeat. As for the Lumber Company, they're looking to make it happen a second time. The pitch. Cranked into right center field and caught. A nice job by Keating over in right field to save a run, but not before Stark County was able to plate one courtesy of a hard 90 from Caleb Collins. End of 2 in Brunswick as the Stark County Terriers leading it 2-0. Top of the third inning here at Brunswick High School in the WRCL semifinals between the Stark County Terriers and the 5-seed Mountaineer Lumber Company. As of right now, it is the higher seed, the 1 seed, up 2-0 over the newcomers to the league and the playoffs alike. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. If you're just tuning in, it's a first pitch strike from Griffin Ailes, who has been dealing thus far on the bump 2 Ks through 2 innings and only has allowed 1 hit courtesy of the catcher for the Lumber Company in Dominic Trevisano. This time around, Zach Hartman, Dean Lawrence, and Luke Ikes, the 3 due up to hit this inning. Looking at Hartman, the rising sophomore at Mount Union, went to Medina High School, had 1 appearance, 2 innings pitched against Capital on April 13th this past year, and back in high school for the Battling Bees was an all-conference GCC left fielder in 2023, his senior year. Ailes still looking to get some work in on the mound. Will deal. Misses upstairs. And the question becomes for the Stark County Terriers and for Griffin Ailes, how long do they want him to be on the mound for? Usually you see the 4 innings, but this is the playoffs. He might want to go the full way, especially if it is a shutout. Fouled into the glove, and that's good enough for the 3rd K of the ball game from Griffin Ailes. A nice snag behind the dish from Grega. It's 1 up, 1 down. It's an unsung attribute of having a catcher who can snag foul tip strike 3s. A lot of catchers are unable to do so, and that makes their pitcher work even more, maybe throwing 1, 2 extra pitches, or even a bunch more if it results in a next pitch that is a base hit, a hit by pitch, a wild pitch, anything along those lines. So having a catcher who can snag foul tips into the glove like Grega can is huge for any winning team. Even in the majors, some of those guys struggle with it. But there's a reason why the best catchers are the best catchers. Guys like JT Realmuto, they're able to make plays like that. It might not seem too difficult, but until you're behind the dish, having a foul tip with minimal reaction time to work with, you don't know how difficult it is. The slightest move in trajectory could make it a dropped pitch. Dean Lawrence, the extra hitter for the Lumber Company, is a freshman at John Carroll. Played his high school ball like Trevisano at Aurora. Batted .245 with 8 RBIs, 1 double, 11 runs, and 2 stolen bags in 24 games this past year. Here comes the pitch from Ailes. Misses outside. It is a 1-out walk for Dean Lawrence, which brings us back to the top of the lineup for the Lumber Company. So Luke Ikes, the center fielder, popped out to third base on the first pitch of the ball game as a whole. So we look to now see what he can do in his second at-bat. The rising sophomore at Mount Union went to Green High School, maybe around 30 minutes away from Mount Union. Batted .273 with 32 RBIs, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 23 runs, and 10 stolen bags in 36 games, all of which were starts, plus pitched 1 inning with a 0.00 ERA, had 1 ball, base on balls, 1 K, and 1 hit by pitch. You have to look at that 0.00 ERA. Even though it's 1 outing, you have to appreciate it, but he had a great year for Mount Union. One of the rare cases of a freshman playing a ton on a college team. We've seen it a couple times in this league. The discrepancy seems to be 2 or 3 games played all the way up to 30 to 35 games played. Nothing really in between. It's either all or nothing. That's what the trend has been in the league this year. And we'll see there's a lot of good freshmen in this league. We'll see what they're doing and what we're talking about them like come next summer as rising sophomores, looking at guys like Sawyer Salataria from Force, Trent Albert as well from that Force team, who were solid players in high school but have an opportunity to really play a lot in college, especially Salataria, who was originally committed to Ohio State, but due to the coaching change, flipped to Kent State. He can realistically get some Power 5 offers after this year. Ailes takes a second and delivers. Tries to get the inside corner, but can't find it. after Ike's Rico Levak, the third baseman, is due up next. Ailes sets and delivers. Misses low once again. Ailes has had a couple of pitches go away from him. He is looking to avoid walking two batters in a row. That would be the opportunity the Lumber Company is looking for to get back in this ballgame. The pitch runs inside. It's three well inside in a row. This time, Ikes is granted first base. So now 2 on, 1 away. Rico Levak has a prime chance to make something happen for his Lumber Company. Another one of the Revere alum, mentioned him last time, batted .400 with 2 RBIs, 8 runs, 4 stolen bags in 25 games, plus had a sub-5 ERA in 7 appearances this past year. The rising senior at Walsh looks to have a great upcoming year for the Cavaliers. And speaking to the Revere influence, Coach Jason Cottrell is the head coach over at Revere. He's been there since 2011. He's the 10th coach in their history and may be their best. He guided them to their best ever season since 1987, and that one's ripped into right field from Levak. Rounding and attempting to score is Lawrence. 1 run scores. They're sending another. This one would tie the game. The play at the plate is wide. It's a 2 RBI double for Rico Levak to tie the game up at 2. There is a reason why Coach Cottrell brings back plenty of his Revere alums, and there is one of his best making an impact play in the semifinals. What a cut into right field. Levak barreled out the baseball, shot it into the right center field gap, and now the go-ahead run stands at second base. If the Minutemen coach was told this a couple minutes ago, that you'd have your go-ahead run standing at second base in the next inning, he would have gladly taken it, given the bases were loaded 2 innings in a row behind their defense. The job is not done for the Lumber Company. Ryan Shimek, the shortstop, now steps back in. Struck out swinging his first time up, was the first strikeout victim of Griffin Ailes. Pops it into shallow center field just on the edge of the grass, and it's caught over at short by Laird for out number 2. Another one of the balls just launched into the stratosphere, and with this sun, it's going to be even tougher to make a play like that. You have to give credit where credit's due. He has the sunglasses on for a reason. We saw that in the OPL championship game in the 16U division. Premier Anderson's right fielder didn't have sunglasses and wasn't able to see one of the balls hit to him. First pitch runs well inside, almost clips the batter Holt. Talk about Levak as one of the best players to play for Revere. There's another candidate up there in Bryce Holt now in the box. He walked his first time up, but has plenty of power on his bat. After Holt, Aaron Keating, the right fielder, would be due up next. And there goes Holt. He will take his base. It's 2 walks. Potentially maybe hit. A lot of pitches going inside from Ailes. But now up steps Aaron Keating, the right fielder, pops out to first base his first time up. 2 runners on, 2 away in the top of the 3rd inning. If the Lumber Company can put a 3rd run across and put the pressure back on the 1 seed, that would be great, and their fans would be loving it. First pitch, strike in. It's 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on Keating. And as for Stark County, the only teams they lost to are 3 of the 4 teams who are not here: T3, Release, and Force. No team in the playoffs have yet beaten this team, and a pass ball, Grega just couldn't get enough glove on it. Holt now stands at second base. Levak 90 feet away from giving the Lumber Company their first lead. And in Stark County's bullpen, they'll have a pitcher stretching to get ready to go. As for our second game, a lot of the premier players starting to roll on into Brunswick. Coach Wisniewski got here maybe 10 minutes ago. He's getting his guys ready for a 1:45 as of right now scheduled first pitch. looking at the clock, 11:57 on my watch. Depending on how long this game goes, and depending on the trajectory it takes, if it goes like this, we might be here a while. And that's not a bad thing, as we would have plenty of quality baseball. The pitch, swing and a miss. Ailes gets out of the jam with Stark County tied up with the Lumber Company. Almost gave up the lead, but in the end was able to settle in and earn his 4th K of the ball game. We move into the home half of the 3rd. Stark County has some work to do, tied up at 2 with the 5 seed. Home half of the 3rd inning in Brunswick. The Lumber Company showing plenty of fight, tied up 2-2 against the 1 seed Stark County Terriers. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. One swing of the bat changed the game for the better if you're a fan of the Mountaineer Lumber Company, as Rico Levak doubled to right center field, scoring 2 runners, tying the game up. That's the only damage done by the Richfield outfit. As for the Stark County team, a hit by pitch and a walk has resulted in their runs. Grega walked and Collins hit. It's Nathan, Grega, Sempton, and Stolt due up this inning for the Terriers as they look to regain their advantage. The pitch. A good pitch there from Matt Moore. If you're just tuning in, he came in after, I believe, 1 1/3 inning pitched from Andrew Hendricks. 3 Ks, but unfortunately 2 runs allowed behind him. The pitch. Ground ball hit to the right side, a nasty hop off the lip of the grass. It's dealt with nicely over at second base by McGeorge. He finds Zimmerman for out number 1. The grass almost took another victim, but McGeorge did well to see it into the glove. It's a tough grass infield to play on. We saw it in warm-ups, as you saw when we went live. It was the Lumber Company defense on the field. A lot of nasty tops. There were a lot of them. All of them having one common theme of bouncing upward. Levak did a great job over at third base on one play to kind of barehand the ball after it bounced out of his glove. But it's not easy to play on this grass infield. A beautiful field, yes, but it plays tricks on the fielders. Moore will get back to work once again. The pitch. Popped up to the left side and foul. Just misses the bleachers by maybe 5 feet. After Sempton, Mason Stolt, the center fielder, is due up to hit for the Terriers. This is what I said back in the 2nd inning. It's not necessary in the sake of taking a lead in that scenario when it was 1-0 that's vital that Stark County scores. It's more in the sense of not letting up. You can say they let up a little bit. The Mountaineer Lumber Company found their way back into this game one way or another. They were able to battle. Ailes is a great pitcher. The rising junior at Ashland will have a great upcoming spring season. There's no doubt in that. But when you have Levak and Holt in the heart of the lineup, a lot of damage can be done. The pitch. This is well outside. Nice snag from Trevisano. And he also has caught a great game, called a great game behind the dish additionally. Now 2-2. Moore looking for his second K of the ball game. Septon already has struck out once, trying not to make it twice. Goes top corner and just misses. So that will make it now a full count, 3-2 on the first baseman. A big pitch upcoming for the pitcher, Moore. The payoff. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut. Moore gets his second K of the ball game. It's 2 up, 2 down for the Mountaineer Lumber Company defense. This is the way that the Lumber Company expected to come to Brunswick and play. They're closer than Stark County is to here. It was less of a drive. They've played this team more recently than a lot of teams have played the team they're playing down the stretch. They learned from that. Stark County didn't have to learn much from their contest. There was plenty to learn from the Mountaineer side of things, given the fact that they lost those games. Stark County knew it went well. Maybe it's fifth time's the charm. I believe this will be the fifth game between these two teams. Maybe that's what the Lumber Company needed to get back in the right path. They lost their doubleheader against B2 last weekend, but they have regrouped well. Even if they go on to lose today, they have played really well in the first 3 innings, and if they can make one more out happen before a run scores, they have a tie ball game after 3. And with pitches like that, they will get there. A beautiful breaking ball from Moore earns him his second K in a row, third of the ball game to retire the side. Stark County, for the first time today, goes in order. End of 3 in Brunswick. It's the underdogs making some noise, tied up at 2 with the 1 seed. Top of the 4th inning here at Brunswick High School, and we have a ball game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Stark County 2, Mountaineer Lumber Company 2. Many people wrote off the Richfield outfit heading into today's game, but as I mentioned earlier this week, I believe it was last Sunday on the broadcast, I told you guys, ignore the seeds. We saw that happen on Wednesday in the OPL championship game. The 3 seed, Premier Anderson, beat the 1 seed undefeated Ohio Tigers. Now you have the 5 seed Lumber Company tied up with the 1 seed Stark County, who may be the most storied team in league history. They have battled well today, and with one more run will take the lead, and right now they're in the driver's seat to do so. A big reason why, Rico Levak. An RBI double into right center field. He has played really well thus far. This whole team has looked solid. Trevisano pops it over to the right side. Getting underneath it is Sempton. He, I believe, snags it. Yes, he does. We can kind of see the designation over down the right field line for out number 1. It was in an awkward spot for me up here in the stands as the dugout kind of blocks that area of view, but I can assure you Sempton did make the grab. Now up steps Matt McGeorge, the second baseman, struck out looking his first time up. Still a 2-2 ball game, anyone's game as we're around the halfway point. This time it's popped up once again to the right side, and Sempton getting some more foul ball action. Makes the play once again. It's 2 up, 2 down, and 2 putouts for the first baseman, Sempton. Is it time for the Luke Sempton inning? It could easily be. All he needs is one more pop-up, but Zach Zimmerman looks to change that. He popped up to the opposite side, over to short, his first time up. First pitch misses upstairs from Ailes. Ailes has done a nice job this inning to shake off the last inning. It didn't go his way, but he has battled back and is getting back to his best. And as a pitcher, you need to have short-term memory. If one pitch doesn't go your way, rebound and deal. And he has done an excellent job of that today. If he hadn't, I feel the Lumber Company would be up 3-2 right now, as another runner would have probably scored. The Lumber Company played more recent than Stark County. Stark County's last game, I believe, was on Saturday, so a week ago. These guys played 2 days ago at their home facility in a big 6-2 win over T3. That game was just to get here. They were a play-in team, the 5 seed. Once again, after this, we will have the 2 versus 3 seed game as Revere, Ohio takes on the B2 Bulls for a right to play in the championship game. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Ailes responds with force on the bump. 2 forced pop-outs and a K to his name. Give him 5 on the afternoon. Halfway through game number 1 of our triple header. It's a 2-2 ball game. It'll be Stark County up to bat when we return. Bottom of the 4th inning here in Brunswick. Your score 2-2. Stark County and the Lumber Company knotted up. It's been a great display for both teams thus far. It was the 1 seed who led early 2-0, but a 2 RBI double courtesy of Rico Levak tied the game right back up in the 3rd inning. Since then, no damage done from either side. Stark County looks to change that here in the bottom of the 4th with a trip to the WRCL Championship game on the line. For Stark County, it will be Alex Laird, Nolan Kelliker, and Braden Broom, the 3 due up this inning to hit. It's a pivotal round of hitting for Stark County. If they can put a run across, they would be in a good spot. As for the Lumber Company, keep it a 2-2 game and give yourself a chance going into the 5th. I feel like if this game stays tied through 6, the Lumber Company is the team that will most likely win the game. Whoever is able to score next is probably going to be the winning team. That's a first pitch or first at-bat walk, as Laird now 2 for 2 on earning walks, 2 stolen bags. Last time he was on the base path, so has an opportunity to make the same thing happen. The longer the Lumber Company keeps Stark County off the board, the higher their chances of winning this game are. The opposite is true for Stark County. The longer they're off the board, the less of a chance they have to win. As of right now, it's a coin toss. It's a 50-50 chance for either team. Both of them have done things right, and both of them have struggled in certain departments. More coming set, trying to keep a close eye on Laird. The throwback, not in time. It's a simple step back to the bag, but you have to keep Laird honest. He had 2 stolen bags his last round on the bases. He's going to try for it again. The pitch. Runs inside. Not going to get the call. Been a couple of frustrating calls. If you're a Lumber Company player, you can see the body language on a couple of them. And you really can't blame them. If it looks good from their angle, they're going to be frustrated they're not getting it. The pitch. Kelliker just moves up, but it's right down the pipe. big pitch here for Moore. He's looking for his 4th K of the ball game, and more importantly, out number 1. Keeping Laird honest is also a priority. The throwback, not in time. This is what I was saying that Hendricks should have done the last time Laird was on base. Keep him honest, even if it's a second base, a simple throwback. You don't want him getting to the edge of the grass. That's a good enough jump for him to go. Now he is caught between first and second. Not the situation he wanted to be in, but it's a high throw over to second base. So Laird is lucky. He was a dead duck, but made his way back to first after the high throw. And that is why you keep him honest. He is willing to run, as you can see. Laird is a priority out for the Lumber Company to get, but also same can be said for Kelliker. He would be out number 1. Wherever they get it, they need to get it soon. The pitch misses upstairs. Kelliker shows patience. Braden Broom, the second baseman, awaits in the on-deck circle for Stark County. These at-bats are becoming more and more important the later the game goes on, especially with it being a tie game. Every at-bat is the most important of the game. Kelliker sees it outside, and now that's 2 walks in a row surrendered by the Lumber Company. That will put Laird in scoring position, and it looks like we will see some action now in the Lumber Company bullpen once again. Coach Cottrell is just trying to keep his pitchers fresh and trying to find the winning recipe. Off to the left, not in the bullpen, it is Jameson, Imbreska, and Dean Lawrence throwing. But now up steps the 10-hitter, Braden Broom, hit by a pitch and stole a bag his first time up. The first baseman for the Lumber Company moving in. Time is called. It won't be for a pitching change quite yet, but it appears that Imbreska would be the man to go in. The pitch from Moore, bunt being shown, bunt fouled. Broom, frustrated, was definitely close to laying down a beautiful bunt down the left field line. His task right now is just to move the runners along. There are no outs. They can sacrifice 1 to put 2 runners in scoring position, which would give you a few opportunities and a few ways to get one across. The pitch, bunt being shown, hit perfectly down the left field line. It's going to be a tough play at first, and there is no attempt. A beautiful bunt single for Braden Broom loads the bases for Stark County. That could not have gone any better for the 1 seed. That was a beautiful, beautiful bunt. That's exactly what he was asked to do. Give it a little ride down the left field line. It was in a perfect spot. Not even the best third baseman would have had a potential play on that ball. And now we go back to the top of the lineup. Josh DeZenzo, his chance to make an impact. Bases loaded, none away. Any run that scores would be a go-ahead or insurance. DeZenzo so far today has walked twice. If he's able to do so a 3rd time, that would also get the job done for Stark County. The pitch. Fouled away once again, so now a 0-2 count. If Moore is unable to win this battle, we will most likely see a call to the bullpen once again from the Lumber Company. Moore comes set. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. Moore now has 4 Ks to his name in the ballgame. That one might be the most important out of all of them. And now a double play ball gets the Lumber Company out of the inning. Caleb Collins was hit by a pitch his last time up, which resulted in a run scoring. Once again has a chance to be a hero for the Terriers, but sees a first pitch strike on the outside corner. It appears Moore is starting to get his groove once again. Once again, Each at-bat from here on out becomes the most pivotal. You can pretty much say after this inning, it goes back to normal. Each at-bat is a case-by-case basis, but right now, this is the most important at-bat. Hit down the left field line, foul. A couple of feet away from being a completely different ball game. Collins now has 2 strikes against him. If Moore can get a 3rd strike here, that would be huge for momentum. Zimmerman slightly in over at first base for the Lumber Company. The 0-2 cranked into left field. Plenty of carry. Foul. A little bit more straight, and that would have opened the skies for Stark County. Once again, a few feet making the difference between this being a 2-2 ball game and a completely different ball game, anywhere from probably 2 to 4 runs scoring. Do not know if it had the distance to go out of the park or not. Once again, the 0-2 from Moore. Ground ball right up to short. The nasty hop, the toss to 2's in time. The throw to 1. Not in time. It works. It scores a run as Laird is able to cross home, giving Stark County the lead back 3-2. The nasty hop almost took Shemek as a victim. He did an excellent job getting the play at second base, was so close to getting the play at first. McGeorge's throw just not in time. Runners at the corners, but more importantly for Stark County, they have their lead back. Now up steps John Shemek, the additional hitter. A walk and a K to his name thus far. Wouldn't be surprised to see Collins take off. He doesn't. The pitch popped up and foul towards where Premier is starting to congregate. We will see Premier take on the B2 Bulls at around 1:45 p.m. in the other semifinals clash. More sets once again. The throwback to 1 is not in time. Coach Cottrell once again will go and check on his bullpen, seeing how his pitcher is. Runner goes, the pitch cranked into left field. It has plenty of distance. It's on the warning track and caught a nice job from Hartman to track it down. 10 more feet and that baseball was gone. But nonetheless, 1 run will score for Stark County, courtesy of a Fielder's Choice RBI from Caleb Collins. End of 4 in Brunswick. It's the Terriers up 3-2. Hartman, Lawrence, and Ikes, the 3 due up this inning for the Lumber Company as we begin the top of the 5th inning in Brunswick. 3 innings left to go in one of these 2 teams' WRCL season. First pitch of the inning from Ailes right down the pipe. Nothing in 1 count to begin this at-bat, as we do appear to have a pinch hitter instead. Take a second here to figure out who it is. Do not have a number on the roster. But still, Ailes has dealt well today on the bump for Stark County. That one's ripped into left field. It's a leadoff single for Hartman as he is aboard. Look like a 47, but definitely is a 27. Maybe that's on my eyes. Maybe I'm getting old. I'm 18 and a half, but have the eyes and knees of a 50-year-old apparently. Now up steps Dean Lawrence, the extra hitter, walked his first time up. This is back to the scenario that I mentioned last inning. Each at-bat now becomes the most important of the ball game. Stark County leads it by 1. They can afford giving up a run. They would prefer keeping the lead as long as they can. Ailes appears to be trying to go the distance. There's action in the bullpen. If a run scores, you might pull him. It just depends how confident you are in your offense to make something happen. This becomes a chess match. This isn't just a one-off game. You don't play until Thursday. You can throw all your arms. You can make something happen that way by rotation. No, this is a double header if you win today. Yes, you have a couple hours. You're not going to throw the same arm you threw in this game in the next game. The pitch, fouled away over the dugout. And as well for Stark County, they have the NABF World Series next week, so they need to make sure they warm up their arms for that, as that is how they will end their 2024 summer season. Ailes checks his shoulder, throws over, not in time. B2 along with the Lumber Company also looking for a spot in the World Series. Premier Ohio not eligible as they are unable to go. The pitch popped up into center field shallowly and called off and caught by Stolten. Center field for out number 1. Nice job by the center fielder Stolt coming in, crashing for the ball. You have to have the mentality of a fielder on shallow pop-ups. Come in and greet it, charge it, get underneath it, or in the case of a grounder, get in position to field it, and make the simple play. We go back to the top of the lineup now with Luke Ikes, the center fielder. A pop-up and a walk to his name thus far. The tying run still awaits at first base for the Lumber Company. Ailes will set and deliver. Fouled or popped off the bat in a shallow left field and drops in for a base hit. The throw to 2 is not in time. It looked like it was originally going to go foul, but it was just so awkward of a swing. It came off the bat and landed in left center field. An awkward hit, but it gets the job done. A runner in scoring position now, and this is not where Stark County wants to be in the lineup, as Rico Levak, the 2-hitter for the Lumber Company, is back in the box. Last time up, need no reminder of what he did, a 2 RBI double. It's the power hitter. It is potentially the hero of the Mountaineer Lumber Company. After him, 2 batters removed. It's Bryce Holt. This is the heart of the lineup for the Lumber Company. This is where, if they're going to make a statement and win this game, it happens here. This is where Coach Cottrell wants his team to be. There's 2 runners on and 1 away, and you have your arguably best hitter, if not best, your second best hitter in the box. The lefty, Levak, his brother played for Revere this past year and had a great season for the Minutemen. Now, the rising, I believe, senior at Walsh has a prime opportunity to be the hero once again. He had to be the hero back in the 3rd inning, and now he can be the hero once again. And now time will be called after the original time. It appears that Coach Willoughby will be making the call to the bullpen and pulling Ailes. It appears that is what the decision will be. Originally, it was a simple mound visit. Levak taking a second to warm up, and now Coach Willoughby comes out, talks to Ailes, talks to Grega. It appears the bullpen gate will be open. Stark County making the call to the bullpen. When we return, they find themselves up 3-2 in this 2024 WRCL semifinals clash on the WRCL YouTube channel. Top of the fifth inning here in Brunswick. With one away, we return after the call to the bullpen has been made for the Stark County Terriers. They will rely on Christian Harris, the rising senior at Kenyon University, to get them out of this inning. He played his high school ball with Canton Central Catholic, made 14 appearances, 25 innings pitched, 3.91 ERA, had 11 runs all earned, and a 242 opponent average this past year. His first pitch is fouled away down the left field line and just going to clear the bullpen of the Lumber Company. In the box for the Lumber Company is Rico Levak. He has a chance to be the hero once again. 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch misses outside. That evens it up at 1-1. After the Levak, Ryan Shimek, the shortstop, would be due up next. The tying run stands at second base. The go-ahead run stands at first. The pitch from Harris goes outside the back pick. Not in time from Grega. A good attempt from him as he tried to gun down the runner standing at second. If he was able to convert that attempt, that would have been a huge blow to the 5 seed. Hartman gets his lead, and so does Ikes. The pitch misses outside once again. Levak fighting in the box. Once again, Shimek, the shortstop, would be up at the bases loaded. It's a 2-2 count on the third baseman. Can Harris get out number 2? The pitch misses low. A nice block from Grega. It's a full count, 3-2. This becomes the biggest pitch of the game. The power hitters in the box, 2 on. What can Rico Levak do in what might be his last at-bat of the season if the Lumber Company does not win this game? Harris sets. It's a huge pitch. The payoff. Sent into left field, trailing on back, and caught a nice job in left field by Benny Heim to retire Levak for out number 2. Had plenty of contact, but not enough. Maybe 20 feet away from the fence, a good margin away. It was a good cut, and now a two-way up steps Ryan Shimek, the shortstop. He now has to make something happen. 2 runners on. You cannot strand a runner in scoring position if you're the Lumber Company. It's a 3-2 game, so it's a 1-run ball game. Anyone can still win it, but giving Stark County a chance to get some insurance runs in the 5th wouldn't be the best approach. The pitch cranked into left center field. It has a chance to drop. It's going on back still, and it will be gone. A 3-run shot from Ryan Shimek gives the Lumber Company now the 5-3 lead. What a crack of the bat from Ryan Shimek. When hope appeared to be lost, he rejuvenates the Lumber Company. The underdogs lead it by 2. It looked for a second it was going to drop in, but it just clears the fence in left center field. He is greeted by hugs from his teammates. What a big hit there. It's the Lumber Company up 5-3. The 5 seed over the 1 seed as of right now. Now Holt steps in, swings at his first pitch. The Lumber Company needed some runs, and Ryan Shimek stepped up. The pitch. Foul back. Did not look like it was going to go over the fence, but similar to Lakewood, plenty of carry. The wind also probably gave a little bit of help to the baseball. As for Stark County, how do you rebound after that? They will send up Himes, Grega, and Sempston in the home half of the 5th inning, no longer in the driver's seat. The pitch misses up and out. Each game looking back, there is a turning point. If the result holds, this is the turning point. Here comes the pitch from Harris. cranked into center field once again. This time plenty more shallow and caught by Stolt to retire the side, but not before Ryan Shemek makes a lasting imprint on this game. A 3-run shot over the left center field fence gives the 5 seed a 5-3 lead going into the home half of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning in Brunswick, and it's chaos. The Mountaineer Lumber Company leads it 5-3, courtesy of a 3-run shot from Ryan Shemek, which turned the game on its head. It was 3-2, and then the shortstop made his mark on the game. The Lumber Company needs to get 9 outs, and they win the game. It's been an exciting one. It's been back and forth. Originally, it looked like Stark County was going to come out the gate and dominate, but since then, it has been the 5 seed who has controlled the tempo of this game. And there's a reason why that they're leading in this game. They have been exceptional. They have battled through adversity, through a rough start to get to where they are now. And now it appears that they have a new pitcher on the mound. They have made the call to the bullpen once again. It is Aiden Weiland, the rising junior at Findlay. The pitch is low. As for Stark County, Benny Hives, Nathan Grega, and Luke Sempton, the 3 due up this inning to hit. They need to make an impact. They need to get at least a run back soon. They don't want to leave both runs for late. And it's a leadoff walk for Benny Himes. That will help Stark County's case. And now up steps Nathan Grega, the catcher. A walk and a ground out to his name thus far. So 0 for 1. But now every at-bat matters. He needs to make an impact here. The runner on, he would be the tying run once again. The pitch. Just gonna miss is the 1-0 count. Now time is called. It'll be a quick mound visit on the bump from the Lumber Company as they're trying to make sure that they can hold on to their lead. Once again, after this, we have Game 2 of our triple header. It is the second WRCL semifinals game. This time around, it will be the 2-seed Premier Ohio taking on the 3-seed B2 Bulls. That game scheduled to start at 1:45 p.m. That will be the case if we end here at around 1:15. As of right now, it is 12:40, so definitely a chance we could be on schedule. But either way, whenever this game ends and the dugouts are cleared, I believe that is when we are starting the 30-minute timer. 30 minutes after that, we will play Game 2. And same goes for Game 3, the championship game. The pitch. Misses up and in. Now a 2-0 count. Weiland trying to hit his spots. The leadoff man reached. You do not want to let another man on, or even worse, get a big hit. Clips the outside corner. That's a good get-right pitch to make it now a 2-1 count. There still is more action in the bullpen for the Lumber Company. They do not want to have to go to their fourth arm of the game, especially with another one potentially on the horizon. This time he can't clip the outside corner. Now a 3-1 count on the catcher, Grega. After Grega, Luke Sempton, the first baseman, will be up. Weiland needs a get right. The 3-1. Misses upstairs, so it's 2 walks in a row for Stark County, as now the tying run resides on the base path, and the go-ahead run stands in the batter's box. And now we have time for a courtesy run for the catcher. So the go-ahead run, Luke Sempton, now in the box, has struck out twice today. But all it takes is one at-bat to change a game from okay because of fielding to great because of hitting. Weiland still attempting to find his footing. The pitch. A good pitch from him going towards the outside of the zone. Nothing in 1 count. As for Sempton, has recorded a couple putouts today. We'll look to add on to that with a hit, a walk, a hit by pitch, something that gets him on base. And it's 2 strikes in a row. This time it goes a little bit more outside, but still clips it. Now an 0-2 count on the first baseman. The pressure is slightly on for Stark County to make something happen here in the 5th with 2 runners on. If both runners are able to score, we have a tie ball game once again. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled away. A good battle on that swing. The job nowhere near done for either team. The Mountaineer Lumber Company, they need to hold on to their lead. As for Stark County, they need to mount a comeback. Not a position they're used to being in this year. Weiland will set, checks the runner a couple of times. The 0-2 once again. Misses low, a nice block from Trevisano to keep it close. Once again, Dominic Trevisano making an impact play. It might not be something you see on the box score, but that is a pivotal block. Any pass ball will result in both runners advancing to third and second, respectively. The 1-2 goes outside. Trevisano carried with it. Maybe the wind that just started whipping up played a little bit of an impact on the baseball trajectory. Now a 2-2 count. And once again, this is a wind tunnel of a field. You have to be careful with the wind moving the baseball out of the spot you want it to hit. The 2-2. The wind picks up once again, but it benefits the pitcher Weiland. He earns his first K and out number 1. So now up steps Mason Stolt, the center fielder. Like Sempton, struck out his first 2 times up. Still 2 runners on for Stark County. If they can score at least 1, they can kind of call this inning a success. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A hefty cut, trying to swing for the fences, but just can't connect. It's a 0-1 count to begin this at-bat. After Stolt, Alex Laird is due up next. Weiland sets and delivers. Just misses, maybe because it bounced out of the catcher's glove. Still a pretty good spot. But Stolt just trying to put the ball in play. That's all he needs to do. Even if he is out, move the runners along in a scoring position. There's already 1 there. Get the other one there as well. The pitch. Cranks it into left field, but well foul. This time it drops in the Minutemen, or correction, the Mountaineer Lumber Company bullpen. You kind of get the 2 mixed up. Home field is Revere. a lot of Revere alum on the team. It's the Revere coaching staff. It has Revere written all over it. But instead of the school colors, they more favor the surrounding atmosphere colors with all the trees that reside behind the backstop. It's very beautiful behind the dish there at Revere. A lot of trees, a lot of wilderness, a lot of just grass. It's a kind of, I don't want to say nature-esque venue. It's kind of more secluded venue when you think about it and look at its location. The pitch runs inside. I believe it hits him, and that will most likely benefit the Lumber Company, as if it didn't, you could have potentially seen a two-bag steal. But nonetheless, that loads the bases. Alex Laird due up next. We could see a mound visit brewing, but as of right now, Coach Cottrell will stay near the dugout. Laird has walked twice today. A hit here would most likely get one run across at a minimum, but would probably also bring a second along with it. The pitch goes behind. This is to get one of the runs back. The play at the plate is not in time. A nice job reading the down angle, and that makes it now a 5-4 ball game. So now the tying run stands 90 feet away from scoring. Laird's job becomes even more important. A base hit would most likely restore the Stark County advantage. The pitch runs inside once again, now a 2-0 count. We could potentially see the call to the bullpen in the next couple of minutes, depending on how this at-bat goes. The pitch goes to the inside corner and finds it. Makes it now a 2-1 count. Once again, the inside corner has been favored a lot today. Weiland is still trying to find his rhythm. Will deal. Swing and a miss gets him to chase. That evens it up at 2-2. A big pitch there from Weiland in a good spot. If he can get out number 2 at the plate, that would be huge for momentum and the defense. The 2-2 doesn't get it on that pitch. It goes a little bit too far inside, so we will have a full count, 3-2. A big pitch upcoming from Weiland. He needs to win the at-bat. Has 1K. He searches for his second strikeout. Here comes the all-important payoff pitch. Sent into center field and drops in. We have a tie ball game. Will they send the go-ahead? No, they will not. But nonetheless, it is an RBI single from Alex Laird, tying the ball game up at 5. Just as Stark County appeared to be out of the game, they come running right back. And now the go-ahead run stands 90 feet away from home plate. Nolan Kelliker, 0-for-1 with a walk, steps into the box. A pass ball, a base hit, any of the above would be enough to give Stark County back the lead. Right now we have a tie ball game. As for the Lumber Company, it will be Keating, Trevisano, and McGeorge due up to hit in the 6th. The pitch. Nice breaking ball, just misses. Could potentially see some trickery between first and second to try and bait a throw. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A hefty cut. The runner will go and be gifted second base. Probably the smart decision in the end. But now Laird has 3 stolen bags. Weiland looking for the all-important strike. The pitch. Misses well outside. Only the 1 out recorded. There is no double play ball at second and first due to the steal. He needs to get out number 2 at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. That will be the second K of the ball game from Weiland for out number 2. It was a risky pitch going to the dirt, not only for it potentially being another ball and losing rhythm, but for the fact that it could have skipped away from Trevisano behind the dish. He stuck to his pitch call, went with it, and earned the K, and now any forced play prevents a run from scoring. The pitch. Ground ball, shot foul. Kind of died under the feet. It looked like it was going to start moving, but just in the end stood in the box. It's a 0-1 count to begin this at bat on Broom, the 10 hitter. After Broom, it's Josh DiZenzo, the designated hitter. Weiland sets and delivers. Tries to go to the outside corner, but just misses it. Weiland is battling 2-run surrender this inning, trying to keep it a 5-5 ball game. The pitch popped up shallowly in the infield and caught. Nice job from Weiland to work through the adversity and retire the side courtesy of the pop out, but not before Stark County gets 2 runs back. End of 5 in Brunswick. We're all squared up at 5. Top of the 6th inning here in Brunswick, all tied up at 5. The Mountaineer Lumber Company put 3 runs on the board last inning. 2 runs on the board from Stark County has us all knotted up at 5. Been a great back and forth game. It was Stark County up 2-0 out the gate, then 2-2, then 3-2, then 5-3, then 5-5. That's a leadoff hard 90 from Aaron Keating as he is hit on his shoulder. So now the go-ahead run for the Lumber Company stands at first base, which brings up Dominic Trevisano, the catcher. So far today, 1 for 2 with a base hit and a pop-out to his name. He has also caught a great game and blocked plenty of baseballs behind the dish, a big reason why his team isn't losing. First bunt is fouled away, nothing in 1 count. I don't mind the approach of small ball baseball. By any means, the Lumber Company needs to put a run on the board and retake the lead. They do not want to let Stark County have the chance to get the runs back next inning. They would rather have the insurance and then work from there. With now a 1-1 count, it looks like we will have a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle for the Lumber Company, and it will be Imbresca. The pitch. Thought about it, did he go? Yes, he did. Harris still on the mound looking for his first K of the ball game for the Terriers. The pitch. Misses well upstairs. Patience over pressure is a big thing in this game. It's a 2-2 count. You have to protect, but you also have to wait for your pitch. It's a tie ball game. You cannot let the moment get to you. The 2-2 misses just low. We'll have a full count now, 3-2. Trevisano definitely has the ability to make something happen at the sticks, but a base runner is all they need. The payoff runs inside. It's a second quote-unquote free bag. The first one, a hard 90. This one, an easy 90. Now time is called for a courtesy runner. Trevisana Willoughby ran for. And now up steps, I believe it is Embresca. Yes, it is. Jameson Embresca, the rising freshman at Marietta, went to Aurora High School, batted .290 with 6 RBIs, 4 doubles, 23 runs, and 14 stolen bags in 25 games this past year. The first pitch strike, nothing in 1 count to begin this at-bat. McGeorge will end the day at the sticks 0 for 2. Harris waits and deals. Goes to the outside corner and finds it. Good spot hit by Harris. It's a 0-2 count as he is in search of out number 1. The wind continuously picking up. The pitch misses well up, making now a 1-2 count. Once again, after this, we will have game 2 of our triple header as the 2-seed Premier Ohio takes on the 3-seed B2 Bulls in the other semifinals game. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out, elevates the fastball, and gets Embresca to chase for out number 1. That will be Harris's first K of the ball game, and it's a big one to get with a runner in scoring position, and that runner being the go-ahead. Now up steps Zach Zimmerman, the first baseman. A pop-out and a strikeout to his name thus far. Ground ball hit to the left side of the infield over to Laird. The throw to 2 is in time. Throw to 1 goes wide, but it snags over at first base. A huge snag from Sefton. It looked like for a second it was going to get past him. They get the lead runner at second for out number 2, but disaster almost struck for Stark County. If that ball would have went by, you would see the Mountaineer Lumber Company celebrating a 6-5 lead. And now things turn over to Zach Hartman, the left fielder. The go-ahead run stands 90 feet away. Another runner stands at first base. The pitch from Harris. Misses inside. It's a 1-0 count. This has been a great way to start the afternoon of play. It's been a back-and-forth game, everything you can ask for. The pitch. A good get right will even it up at 1-1. Once again, even if the Lumber Company does not go on to win this game, they have played one excellent baseball game today. They have kept things close and they have battled. That pitch misses a little bit low, so now a 2-1 count. Hartman singled his last time up and struck out his first time up, so 1 for 2 on the day. Harris trying to settle things down, has 1 K to his name thus far. The pitch. Chopped foul. Had to wait for the official call as the runner was taking second base. A good idea. It wasn't really signaled clearly. Until it was signaled, you take the base. So now a 2-2 count on Hartman. Harris looking for a crucial strikeout. Shakes off the first pitch, agrees with the second. It's a big offering. The 2-2 fouled away. A good approach at the sticks from Hartman. He's just battling to see another pitch. If it's in the zone or it's close, you have to put something on it. Even if you don't like it, you need to make it where you can still get another pitch and not just go down looking because you didn't want to take a chance. Here comes the 2-2. Runs inside, so now we'll have a full count, 3-2. It's a big pitch upcoming. It's a full count. The runner at first will most likely take off for second base. Over at first base, Sefton will go back to normal depth. The payoff pitch, chopped foul. It was an upstairs pitch. It could have been a ball, but if it looks close, you have to swing. It's one thing if he swung and missed at that pitch. He made contact. He can see another pitch. He can see something he likes. the high heat isn't a bad pitch to potentially give a ride. If you want to put the ball in the air, the higher in the zone, the easier it is. All you need to do is just keep a level swing, opposed to low. You need to do the golf swing. A lot of things could go wrong there. And now time will be called in the box by Hartman. You really can't blame him. You have to be ready to go. It's a big at-bat. If you're able to do your job, you give your team back the lead. The payoff once again. Strike three called in the end. A late call gives Harris his second K, and the side is retired. Suspense here in Brunswick as we go into the home half of the sixth, all tied up at 5. Bottom of the sixth inning here at Brunswick High School, all tied up at 5 here in our first semifinals match in the 2024 WRCL Playoffs. Stark County and the Mountaineer Lumber Company have played an excellent game thus far. Both teams have looked solid, but only one team can make the championship game. Unless we go to extras, we only have an inning and a half left to go in this game. First pitch of the inning from Weiland is in the zone. Nothing in one count to begin this at-bat on DeZenzo. It's the top of the order due up for Stark County, so they're in a definite good spot to make something happen with the top of their lineup up. And as for the Lumber Company, they have their last hitter, and then they go back to the top. So we will see the top of each lineup at least one more time in today's ball game. Weiland will come set. Now the pitch. Misses low. Trevisano once again keeps it in front. It's been a back and forth game. It was 2-0 early on in favor of Stark County. Then the Lumber Company tied it up courtesy of Rico Levak. Then was made 3-2 by Stark County. And then a home run over the left center field fence from Ryan Shimek made it a 5-3 ball game in favor of the Mountaineer Lumber Company, which was then once again flipped on its head by the Stark County Terriers. She put 2 runs across to tie it up at 5, which is where we're at right now. And it's a first at-bat K from Weiland. He now has 3. It's 1 up, 1 down. Getting the leadoff man sent back to the dugout is the main objective to begin each inning for the defense. Getting the leadoff man on is a great way to set the tempo for the offense, but retiring him is a great way to set the tempo for the defense. It's a tough play. Levak the throw. The stretch is in time. An excellent stretch from Zimmerman helps Levak's excellent throw get to where it needs to go for out number 2. Rico Levak on offense and defense has been stellar today. There's another example of it. It was always going to be a tough play given where he was in the infield, but Zimmerman's stretch gave him a slight assist for out number 2. And now up steps John Simek, the extra hitter. A walk, a K, and a flyout to his name thus far. And a first pitch strike from Weiland. He has settled in nicely here in his second inning of work. It's a close game right now. I feel like if we're looking at this game objectively, if Stark County is unable to put anything on the board or get a runner on, If the Lumber Company gets Simek sent back to the dugout, retiring the side in order, they have the momentum in this game. I feel like they would be in the driver's seat to win. If Stark County can get some people on, they are in the driver's seat, even if they don't do it this inning. Levak dives, it just gets past him. It's a 2-out single for John Simek. So the go-ahead run is now on the base path for Stark County. Not a bad spot to be in with Benny Himes now up. Levak once again extended, did all he could to attempt and make a play on the ball, but just snuck underneath him. Himes so far today over 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a flyout to his name. First pitch hits him. So now the go-ahead run stands in scoring position. It looks like we will now have a pinch runner. Dezanzo, the designated hitter, will be ran for by Rafe Bonifay, the rising sophomore at Malone. So Bonifay the go-ahead run and Himes the insurance run. Nathan Grega opened the scoring with an RBI walk all the way back in the first inning for Stark County. He has a chance to be the hero once again for the Terriers. The pitch from Weiland goes in. It's a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat on the rising senior at Mount Union. Weiland trying to get out of this inning unscathed and give his Lumber Company a chance to take the lead. Ground ball right side, foul. Grega definitely has a winning mentality. The first player here for Stark County. Last week they had a doubleheader. He wasn't there. Where was he? He was helping out at Mount Union. They had a preview day there for the rising freshman. I saw him at the end of the day when leaving, and what was he doing? Nothing crazy. Just helping the elderly get to their cars, driving a golf cart around. A true class act on and off the baseball diamond. Definitely one of the best that Mount Union has to offer. That was a story mentioned last week. There it is, official story time. There you go. You're welcome, people. Now 1-2 count on Grega. As for the Lumber Company, the 10, 1, and 2 hitters due up in the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Weiland strikes him out to retire the side. He now has 4 Ks and keeps the game at 5 apiece. 6 complete in Brunswick. All to play for heading into the 7th. Crunch time in game 1 of our triple header in the WRCL Playoffs. As of right now, we have a great game on our hands. Stark County and the Mountaineer Lumber Company all tied up at 5 apiece heading into the 7th inning. It looks like game 2 will be delayed unless this game somehow ends in the next 5 minutes. Then it would start at 1:45. But after that, maybe right now I'm looking for a 2 to 2:10 start. That'd be my guess, unless this game goes to extras and carries on, which as of right now has a good chance of happening. The pitch from Harris. A good pitch right down the middle to Lawrence. after Dean Lawrence, the extra hitter, Luke Ikes, and Rico Levak, the center fielder and third baseman respectively, will be due up to hit this inning for the Lumber Company. A good changeup there from Harris. 2 strikes in a row. Lawrence so far today 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch. Misses low. A nice job there in the box from Lawrence to be patient. Right now, it's trying not to be hero ball is the goal. You don't want to swing for the fences every pitch. You need to play your role. And everyone wants to be the guy who scores the winning run, who has the walk-off hit. Everyone wants to be that guy. If you're the leadoff guy in that situation, you do not want to have that mentality. Your goal is to get on base and go from there. If you're the hero by stealing home, you're the hero by stealing home. But you have to play your role and not try and swing for the fences. If a home run happens, it happens. Obviously, that's a great thing. They would take the lead. But if you go up there with the home run approach, swing through your shoes at 3 pitches and miss, that only hurts your team. Lawrence has done a nice job this at-bat to be patient. He's put something on the ball a couple of times. He just needs to straighten it out. Doesn't there, it won't matter as Harris earns his 3rd K of the ball game for out number 1. And now up steps, I believe, Luke Ikes. Yes, we will stay in the normal rotation. A base hit his last time up, a walk his second time up, and a pop-up his first time up on the first pitch of the game. All the way an hour, or correction, I believe now around 2 hours and 15 minutes ago. First pitch in the zone, nothing on 1 count to begin this at-bat on the center fielder. Harris has done a nice job. So has Weiland after a rough start, settling into the ball game and pitching their best. There's one chop foul into the netting, so now an 0-2 count on Ikes with Rico Levak due up next. Levak has the ability to change the game completely for the Mountaineer Lumber Company by himself. Harris sets, looking for K number 4. Doesn't get it on that pitch. A good miss just off the plate. Once again, stay tuned after this one for Game 2 of our triple header as B2 takes on Premier. The pitch. Thought about it, but leaves it up and out. That game should be a great one. We saw them do battle around a month ago here. It was 2 big wins for Premier. B2 looking to get the win this time around. Good patience being shown in the box by Ikes. He's seen a couple of challenging pitches, but is laid off. If Levak gets an opportunity with a man on to make something happen, the Lumber Company has to feel confident with their ability to get a win. Cranked into right field and will fall in between second base and center field in the right center field area, and it gets past the center fielder. Running for second base is Ikes to play. Not in time. That is why you hustle down the line and make something happen. Luke Ikes in scoring position for Rico Levak. There it is on display. You hustle down the line because there's a chance you can get there easily if there's a bad throw. And it's also why you hustle down the line even if it's a gimme play, but you can then take second base. Opposed to having the go-ahead run standing at first base because of hustle. Hustle alone. You have a runner in scoring position with your best hitter in the box. The pitch. Fouled away. Levak's on it, but a no 1 count. This is the opportunity he's been waiting for. He had the double all the way back early in the game. Can he do it again? The pitch. Thought about it, but leaves it. Now an 0-2 count on Levak. And now, if you're Harris, if you're able to get out number 2 here at the plate, that would be incredible given what just happened. The pitch goes inside, it skips past Grega. The go-ahead run now stands 90 feet away from scoring. Levak did a nice job to get out of the way. If it hit him, that might even be more of a detriment to them. He now has a chance to get on still here, but the runner at third, a sacrifice fly would be enough. Cranked into left center field, and that will give the Mountaineer Lumber Company the lead. Rico Levak does it again and makes it a 6-5 ball game. The Revere legend does it for his old high school coach. 3 RBIs on the day. He is 2 for 4 and may have just done enough to get the 5 seed into the finals. What a turn of events here in Brunswick. Levak, 3 of the 6 runs come from him. A double in right center field, and that time just a simple ball put in the left center field gap. The Lumber Company has to be feeling good about their chances right now. A hefty cut from Shemek misses low. You can't blame him for swinging out of his shoes given his home run, but still, you have to be patient, move the runner along. If the Lumber Company can put another run across the board, they'll be feeling really good, and it's another base hit. The train continues to roll for the Lumber Company. That is now the 3rd single in a row. Bryce Holt now steps in. This is what I was saying last inning. This is exactly where Coach Cottrell wanted his team to be in this scenario. The heart of the lineup due up in the 7th, tied. And now you're up by 1. You have 2 insurance runs on the base path and a home run hitter in the box. Popped up and foul. So now a 0-1 count here on Holt. Right now 117. That means we will officially have a delay for game number 2. The pitch. Nice block by Grega. The runner at second base thought about it, but he'll retreat in the end. The runners have to be patient. They do not want to get thrown out trying to steal and trying to make something happen in that regard. If they can get in a scoring position, that'd be great. 1's already there. Make it 2, even better. As for Stark County, they do have an arm getting warm in the bullpen, so we might see a change here in a couple of minutes, depending especially on how this at-bat goes. The pitch. Just misses upstairs, a good miss. In that same breath, good patience shown by the designated hitter. As for the Lumber Company, no action in the bullpen. Weiland will be asked to close things out, and it's a walk for Holt, his 3rd of the game. He's over 1, but has 3 walks. The bases are loaded with 1 away, and up steps Aaron Keating. Keating, a pop-out, a strikeout, and a hit by pitch to his name. Time will be called on the mound. The shortstop and third baseman will go and talk to the pitcher, Harris. Interesting that Grega didn't go up there. But who would have seen this result coming as a neutral? The 5 seed taking on the 1 seed. The 5 seed, the only team not to be in the playoffs last year. They're a newcomer to the league. But now they're in the driver's seat to make the championship game upon their first time of asking. First pitch just misses. So 1-0 counts begin the at-bat on Keating. Dom Trevisano, the catcher, awaits in the on-deck circle for the Lumber Company. A base hit here would be huge for Mountaineer. The pitch. Runs inside, so now a 2-0 count. Patience will be key. Stark County, the 1 seed, trying to fight and keep it a 1-run game going into the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Nice change up, drops in, makes it a 2-1. The pressure is certainly on. The 2-1 count. The play will be at the plate if it's in the infield. The pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner. That evens it up at 2-2. Mountaineer has their 1, but would be more comfortable if they're able to put another on the board. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A loud out, number 2, recorded by Harris. He now has 4 Ks on the afternoon. So now a two-way up steps Dom Trevisano, the catcher. If he can get a single, especially in left center field looking there, it's a pretty big gap. I'd be confident in saying 2 runs would score. Harris sets and delivers. Misses low, it's a 1-0 count. There's still action in the bullpen for Stark County. Don't know if we'll actually see the call to the bullpen this game. Just depends really on how this at-bat goes now. A nice curve in. But I feel like looking at the way things have gone, it's a batter-by-batter basis. If a couple runs score here, you're going to see a change. If 1 run scores, maybe you see another at-bat. Skied into center field. Stolt will get underneath it and snag it to retire the side. The Lumber Company strands the bases loaded, but more importantly, they got their run back courtesy of Rico Levak. We go into the bottom of the 7th. The Lumber Company 3 outs away from getting the upset and making it to the championship game. Bottom of the 7th inning in this WRCL semifinals clash between the Stark County Terriers and the Mountaineer Lumber Company. As of right now, it's the Lumber Company, the 5 seed, up 6-5 over the 1 seed Stark County. An upset might be on the cards. Aiden Weiland on the bump for for the Lumber Company will look to settle things down and officially get the win. It's been a back-and-forth game. Rico Levak the difference. 3 of the 6 runs come courtesy of RBIs from him. As for Stark County, Sempton, Stolt, and Laird will be due up this inning to hit. Weiland has been back and forth. He's taken some time to settle into this game, but now seemingly back to his best. Last inning did an excellent job to make sure no damage was really done and gave his team a chance to take the lead, which they capitalized on. He's been a big reason why that they have a lead and a big reason why if they win, they do. And that gets them 1 strike closer. Sempton just needs to be patient, needs to protect. You can clearly see he's frustrated after that pitch. Weiland's doing his job on the mound, and now he searches for his 5th strikeout of the game. Doesn't get it. It's instead roped into right field and caught. Plenty of power, but not enough. Keating gets to it. 1 up, 1 down. When that ball left the bat, it had a chance to carry a little bit further, but in the end stays in the yard, well within the yard. Now up steps Mason Stolt, the center fielder, who so far today is 0 for 2, but has been hit by a pitch. All Stark County needs is a base runner. Popped up into shallow right center field. Ice gets underneath it and calls it and falls, but makes the play. More importantly, for out number 2, the Mountaineer Lumber Company can sound the final countdown. The 5 seed is 1 out away from getting the huge upset, and now up steps Alex Laird. He's walked twice, has 1 base hit, an RBI, and 3 stolen bags. The pitch from Weiland. Cranked into left field. It has a chance if it's fair. And goes foul. A slight scare there for the Lumber Company. You can see Laird knew that if he was able to straighten that one out, we would have a different ball game and a different conversation. Opposed to a 6-5 upset, we'd have a tie ball game with Stark County in the driver's seat. But now it's an 0-1. Weiland will get back to work. The pitch. Misses low. That will even it up at 1-1. Premier and B2 getting warmed up on either side of us. They'll get ready to play in game 2 of our triple header. The 1-1. Down the pipe. Laird and the Terriers down to their final strike. Can Weiland seal the deal for the Lumber Company and get the big upset win? The pitch. Ground ball right side, and it sneaks through. Laird will keep things alive for now for the Terriers with a 2-out single. Good hit from Laird, who is now 2 for 2 on the day. He found a spot. Now it might be time for him just to steal around the bases and then trust Caliker's bat. He struck out twice and walked once. The Terriers have the perfect runner on the bases, but maybe a little bit too late. There's 2 away. Anything can still happen. The pitch. Fouled off the bat to the left side. It'll be a 0-1 count. I'm still kind of surprised that Laird didn't take off. You might see a throwback here. If not, he's going to go. There's a throwback to 1. It's not in time. But Laird definitely trying to get as big of a lead as possible to go and take second base and be in scoring position. If it's close, I wouldn't be surprised to see him sent. Laird breaks the pitch. The throw down for the game. Trevisano, the ball gets away. And Laird, it's in no man's land, will go and take third. So the tying run now stands 90 feet away from scoring as Laird's hustle pays off. So now the pressure is even more on Caliker. If there is a pass ball, you bet Alex Laird will take off with a full head of steam towards home. Weiland just trying to finish the job. Has 4 Ks. It's an 0-1 count on Caliker. The pitch. Hit into left field. This could do it. The catch is made by Hartman. The Mountaineer Lumber Company upsets the 1 seed Stark County, winning 6-5. Who saw this upset coming? The 5 seed, their first year in the league, they make it all the way to the WRCL championship game. They were in the play-in a couple days ago and now have a chance to play for a title. What a job done by this team. What a coaching effort from Coach Cottrell, and what a day at the sticks by Rico Levak, your player of the game. He is definitely deserving of those honors. He did an excellent job today. Without him, this would be a different game, and he has a chance to make an impact one final time in the championship game later. Stark County, they looked really good this year. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the win today. but this is the Mountaineer Lumber Company's party, and they will party on to the championship game. But right now, we turn our focus to the B2 Bulls and Premier, Ohio. The 3 versus 2 game will begin in around 30 minutes on my watch. We will have first pitch at 2 o'clock live here on the WRCL YouTube channel. To stay up to date on all the games I'm covering, follow Smee Sports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. To stay up to date on all the action in the WRCL, follow the WRCL on Twitter, and as well stay tuned to the website for updates. And finally, subscribe here to the WRCL YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we go live. And as well, subscribe to the Smee Sports YouTube channel and do the same over there. If you missed the first doubleheader between the B2 Bulls and the Premier Ohio team, go back and watch it real quick. You can check that out before we go on into this doubleheader. We'll see you back here at 2 o'clock for Game 2. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your first part of your Saturday morning/afternoon with me here in Brunswick. We'll see you at 2 for another great game.